This is really hard to say, so here we go. This is the Sony ECM-XYST1m. Why on earth does Sony use such a long-winded name? This is a stereo microphone, but you can move the two capsules. You can either have them spread out like that to give you a wide stereo, or have them forward to pick up speech and things in front. And at the moment, I've got it facing forward. This microphone is fully compatible with things like the Sony CX625, the Sony AX53, the AX100, and also the Sony ZV-1. Everything else, you've got to go manual. Just so you can hear it straight away, I've now spread the two microphones apart, and this is the stereo mode. So I'm on one side this way, okay, so I'm on this side, and then I turn it round and I'm on the other side this way. So now I'm in full stereo. I'm now back in the mono mode. I'll refer to it as mono mode, where the two microphones are facing forwards, because that's really the way you should record speech. So really the beauty of this microphone, it's a quick and easy one for Sony cameras, and once you've got a Sony camera and you've got that hot shoe, you just whap the thing on and the audio is sorted out for you. But one of the biggest problems with these things being in automatic is that the audio can then start pumping. So if you stop talking, the gain is taken up and then it's taken back down again. For the normal recording of speech though, I can't see any reason why you would want to use the stereo other than try and get more of the place in the surrounding area picked up more nicely in stereo for you, to give you an ambience. Very often when I go out, I do take ambience on the camera. So what I'll do is I'll record the surrounding sound either with a mono mic or with a stereo mic and use it as ambience later on, so I can control the level of speech with the amount of ambience. So to test its polar pattern, this is with the microphone in what I refer to as its mono mode, two cardioids facing forwards at me, and this is the microphone from the front. Turn it round and you get a little bit, hopefully, of rejection. If that's working like that, that's fine, because the two cardioids are facing forwards. In stereo mode, you wouldn't get this. Having said that, this may well be picking up more on the left-hand microphone than it is on the right-hand microphone, so it will place me around on the left. I don't quite know yet, but I'm not going to split it into a mono track when I get home, so we'll hear. This is the sound of the microphone from the rear. If this is reasonable, then it can be repaired later to make it sound good. So back to the side, and now back to the front again. Now there's a slight breeze at the moment. I'm talking behind the microphone because, again, this is something that many vloggers would want to do. When they're talking to people on screen, they talk back to them from behind the camera, or you just want to record a commentary. So this is what the microphone would sound like from the back. Now I'm not going to go into manual mode in this video because for all intents and purposes the sound remains the same. Just to test noise rejection, car behind me coming past me now. Hopefully when it goes past it fades away. If it fades away and you've still got me, that's fine. The thing is doing what it's supposed to do, and we've got a good front response and a good bit of rejection going on. As it comes, the Sony is a nice little package. It comes with a wire to connect it to your cameras, so if you're not using a Sony camera you can use it to connect. It's a nice little straight wire, there it is, and that's fine. But as I said, you'll find the gain, it needs to be up quite high on most cameras. Certainly on my Canon I don't think it's a great option. Handy, but not a great option. It comes with this dedicated dead cat. A little bit tricky to put on when you've got the capsules spread apart, because they're just a little bit wide, so it's a little bit fiddly, and it hooks over the back. There's a little rubber bit that hooks over the back and holds it on, which is nice. And it also comes with a guard, so if you're using one of the Sony Camcorders with a door, it holds it off from the back, not the side. Now my AX53 has a door on the side, not the back, so I can't use that, but it's no big deal. And I think basically this is the type of microphone that's designed to be made for people who want to take a camcorder out. They don't want to be bothered with setting volumes, they just want to let it go on automatic. And this is the first time I've ever used the Sony ZV-1 in automatic mode. So on this shot the two capsules are facing forwards and not spread apart, much more mono. For this shot, the capsules have been spread apart, and now we're getting a full stereo from the two microphones. Now for the rest of the video I'm going to speak with the stereo mode on. So I'm now speaking with the full stereo mode on, and hopefully I'm in the middle of the sound picture, but you might well be hearing a little bit more from things around me. The thing about stereo is it's two cardioids split apart, so actually you're not speaking directly into either of them, you're speaking slightly into the side of both of them. So I suppose the theory goes, if each microphone is picking up 50% of your voice, that adds up to 100% in the middle. And that also means if the microphones are pointing, say, that way and that way, then it's going to pick up what's around you as well. So it places you more inside the scene. Another thing with cardioid microphones is the fact that they can be very sensitive to wind. So now we're going to try the old wind test. So here's a little breeze. Don't think that did too much damage. And now I'll give it a hurricane. And that was a hurricane. Not sure how that would have fared because having the two microphones, I don't know, we'll see when we hear it. Anyway, now let's try from the back. Here's a microphone from the back now, and I'm going to blow onto it. I didn't do that too much, just in case it starts really banging around if you've got headphones on in your ears. You might be more aware now of sheep, birds, something's running over there, it sounds like a tractor. So that's the advantage of stereo, but the disadvantage of stereo is the fact that your voice might not always be planted in the centre. Mind you, you can adjust that, I suppose, in post. It's not a great deal. You can always mix the two tracks down to a mono track and you'll get a mono sound. And hopefully not too much phasing between the microphones. So that's the Sony, I can never say this, ECM-XYST1m. See you next time. Cheers for now.